Ottoline and Cecily had tea on the Biedermeier sofa. Cecily told Ottoline about her family. Her father was somebody extremely important in the big city bank. He had meetings all day long, and when he came home, he would have more meetings about the meetings he was going to have the next day. His secretary was called Miss Hopkins, and she arranged his meetings. If Cecily wanted her father to read her a bedtime story, she had to arrange it with Miss Hopkins well in advance, so usually she didn't bother. At tea, Ottoline was very impressed with the way Cecily sipped her tea. Mumbles had a saucer of milk, and Cecily put a saucer down for Mr Munroe. Cecily's mother was somebody extremely important in the big city Museum of Modern Art. She went to parties almost every night. When she wasn't going to other people's parties, she was having parties of her own. Her secretary was called Miss Dickinson, and she arranged her parties. If Cecily wanted her mother to tuck her up in bed, she had to arrange it with Miss Dickinson well in advance. So usually she didn't bother.
"Of course, I'm fine about it," said Cecily. "But it's Mumbles I feel sorry for. Mother and Father are just too busy to take any notice of him, and Patagonian ponies can be very sensitive, you know."
"Can they? How fascinating," said Ottoline, pouring them another cup. "We should do this more often."
"I'm afraid I can't," said Cecily. "Mumbles and I have to go back to school next week."
"School?" said Ottoline.
"Yes," said Cecily. "The Alice B. Smith School for the Differently Gifted."
"It sounds like fun," said Ottoline.
"It isn't," said Cecily firmly. "By the way, where has your dog got to?"
Mr Munroe was up on the roof of the Pepperpot building, which is where he often went when he was sad. Ottoline was his best friend, and he didn't want to share her. Ever since Professor and Professor Brown had found him in a bog in Norway and brought him back to live with them, Mr Munroe and Ottoline had been inseparable. They had all sorts of adventures together, like the time they found themselves at sea, and the time they caught the notorious jewel thief, the Yellow Cat. But that's another story. The sun came out and a warm breeze ruffled Mr Munroe's hair. The sun didn't come out very often in the bog in Norway. It felt good to be standing on the roof of the Pepperpot building instead of in a wet puddle in a cold bog. It felt good to have Ottoline as his best friend. And Cecily wasn't so bad. Not really. When Mr Munroe came down from the roof, Cecily and Mumbles had gone. "Feeling better?" Ottoline asked. Mr Munroe nodded. "Good," said Ottoline. "I've got a clever plan." Mr Munroe sat on the Biedermeier rocking chair with a little sigh. "I've just asked Ma and Pa to send us to school." Ottoline's letter to her parents said, "Dear Ma and Pa, I think it is time for me to go to a proper school. My new friend, Cecily Forbes Lawrence III, goes to the Alice B. Smith School for the Differently Gifted and is very good at sipping tea. Mr Munroe and I would like to discover our different gifts so we can help you in your collecting when we grow up. Lots of love. Oh, kiss, kiss, kiss. P.S. I'm giving this letter to Max to deliver it to the Society on his paper round. Write back soon."